the delay in getting the videos up today, but I had some technical difficulties. We want to look at an FRQ from the other day. I think this was Friday's FRQ for you. Let me get this in a little better to read mode. Maybe this will help a little bit. All right, so we'll look at this FRQ. It won't take just a minute. Also, pay attention closely to your assignments for today. Tomorrow is not a normal school day, so the only thing I will be posting tomorrow is a link to the AP Live review session. They will be also archiving that, so you can check it at a later date. The first one is today, so that'll be in your Schoology links, and also I'll post one tomorrow. So basically all your assignments for today, which includes an FRQ, a video to review and take notes on, all of that, and just continuing to study, that will go through the weekend to make sure you're done by Monday. But let's go over this FRQ. They give you a map of agricultural geography, and it even says the map shows areas of shifting cultivation, a form of subsistence agriculture. Now, I think that's a little too much to give you, but that's okay. You should be able to look at this map and see the shaded areas, choropleth, shaded areas, and know, oh, wow, this is subsistence farming, because look where it is. Look where it's not, the rich world. And it's near rainforest, which means it has to be shifting agriculture. So right away, you should know this is subsistence without them telling you. And then you should know it's shifting agriculture, because if you look at this, it can't be pastoral nomadism, because that's around the deserts and way up here in the Arctic. And then it also cannot be intensive subsistence, because that's over here in Asia primarily today. So we know that. And then we see and we read all our questions. First of all, it's just a definition. Second, we're going to describe a process, what shifting cultivation is. C, we're going to explain one reason why it was sustainable in the past. And as I read through these, I'm going to see, obviously, that D is my longest answer. Explain 2 reasons why shifting cultivation is expected to diminish in the next century, in the century we're living in. So I can do these in any order I want to. The first one is worth 1 point. Subsistence agriculture, as you should know, and most of you did a fine job on this, is agriculture that is done for providing for the family, so that the family or the local community can survive. It's not done to make a profit or make money, and most of you did fine on that definition. B is where we did make some mistakes. Let me talk about why. Describe the practice of shifting cultivation. Describe, remember, means we cannot leave anything out. Shifting cultivation is a process which involves cutting down trees in the rainforest, stacking those trees up, burning them, which adds fertility to the soil, then planting crops in that land for a couple to 3 years. Then the soil begins to wear out, and so they move to another piece of land and repeat the same process. You have to have the cutting down, you have to have the burning, you have to have the planting, and you have to have the shifting. You have to have described all 4 parts of this process, okay? C, explain one reason why shifting cultivation was sustainable in the past. Sustainable means that you could keep doing it. There wasn't a big fear about it. There's 2 things that must be in your answer. Some of you had one of them, but not both. There was a lot less people in the past, so therefore people were not fighting over land. And number 2, being a lot less people, there was a lot more land available. And so this is an extensive, requires a lot of land, kind of agriculture. There was more land and less people. Think about the world's ecumene and how it's enlarged over the years. At one time, nobody wanted this land. Now they do. Reasons for that are partially what answers D part. Explain 2 reasons why shifting cultivation is expected to diminish, to start going away. One answer that a lot of you put was that it cannot compete with and is being driven off the land by commercial farms that use heavy equipment, high technology, and is more efficient and makes more money and produces cash crops. All of that is valuable stuff and would work. How good your explanation is depends on getting 1 point or 2 points. Always include as many things as you can to explain why a commercial farm is going to basically push shifting farming and subsistence farms out of business, probably. Another option is other competing land use avenues, such as logging companies, such as mining companies that want that land to extract resources that can bring the government money. Also, government programs to promote environmental safety and sustainability, which might target these shifting farmers because they're cutting down and burning forest. Those are the best examples of reasons why shifting cultivation is expected to diminish. One more, almost forgot this one. Population, as you know, has increased exponentially, especially in a lot of these countries right in here, especially these. And so therefore, there's more pressure on the land, and areas are growing. Housing developments are growing out into these areas, and they're pushing other types of farming in these areas as well. So it's crowding space. So that's a review of this FRQ. I may put another FRQ review up tomorrow just so you can go over these. Please keep working on the FRQs. How you work on these, how you learn from these, I'm convinced are going to be a big key to your success on the AP test.